powerful this player is. Earth is definitely not my favorite to win Genesis 3. But I think Earth is a player with the potential to win Genesis 3, is how strong of a player he is. He understands the game so well. His fundamentals are so solid. And his knowledge of his character and his mastery are just at the top level. So I think that watching him and QB go up right now against Abadango and MR.R is going to be an excellent set.
I just can't wait to see what's going to happen with this Pit and Ryu combination. Like, that's a team that I don't think I've ever seen in the U.S.
Yeah, no,
ever.
Not at all. I mean, you don't even get to see Pits in the U.S. outside of Nairo's, like, you know, occasional splurges. But
yeah, and Kiraflax actually
yes,
on the West Coast.
Yes, Kiraflax definitely lighting it up.
But yeah, it's definitely a rare sight to see that character. Whew. Now, Abadango, look at this. There's actually 3 Japanese players right now here on the screen. The Japanese players have been doing a lot of good work here.
I mean, everybody was very afraid of them coming in. We all knew that they were going to be strong, and they're proving exactly why we were hyping them up so much here today. First in doubles and yesterday in crews. So
now here's the question I have for you. Do you feel as if by the end of the weekend, we're going to have that situation that is really similar to Apex 2012, if I'm not mistaken, where they had, what was it, Otori?
Otori versus Nitono?
Grand Finals? Yeah, do you think that's going to happen again?
No, I mean,
it's going to be a rough call because there are a lot of...
Traditionally, in Smash 4, what we've seen is Zero has A, been able to overcome the Japanese head-to-head. B, so has Nairo. All right, every time that these guys are squared off, Nairo has won every tournament with Japanese players in attendance when Zero didn't win it. So Nairo and Zero have consistently been able to get the better of these guys. Now, I definitely say they've leveled up significantly. I also say that they have the advantage of bringing a Cloud player, all right, because Cloud is new to the game. And also, Komodokiri's Cloud is very strong, so I think this is a player with the potential to upset those guys in 1v1 situations. But Nairo and Zero are not unprepared, and unlike most of us, you know, they have been diligently studying the Japanese gameplay, so they know what to expect. They're not just going to get surprised by Renai. You know, a lot of people, they see Renai and they're just like, oh my god, I never knew Villager could do this. I never knew Villager could move like this. But Nairo and Zero are like, oh no, Renai, we see you, we respect you, we know you're coming, we're ready for you. We're not just going to get upset by Villager Trixies that we've never seen before because they're ready. You know, these guys didn't just come here to get rolled over by the Japanese and lose. So I definitely think that, yes, the Japanese have a very solid chance of winning the tournament, but with Nairo and Zero on opposite sides of the bracket, you're going to have to see an all-Japanese Grand Finals, you're going to need to see both of these guys get overcome by separate players from Japan, and at the moment, I consider that to be a little bit unlikely.
All right, guys, we're going to go straight into the match right now on Final Destination, and yes, Abadango is opting for the Meta Knight here, so Meta Knight and SHIG versus Ryu and Pit, and already forcing MR.R to the right side of the stage. Oh, but, you know, SHIG does...
he puts on to some damage.
Oh, yeah. SHIG already having an amazing recovery, so whenever you knock SHIG off the stage, you're going to have to put in a lot of effort. Right now, it looked like Abadango was putting himself in a great position to get those up airs into the shuttle loop off the top, and his conversions with Meta Knight are probably one of the best I've seen in the planet.
Abadango is very crisp when it comes to eliminating that stock and doing solid combos. I like the wake-up up tilt coming out from MR.R right there, and another thing to take note of is that MR.R himself is a Ryu player. He loves the character and is very seasoned with Ryu, so he knows exactly what Ryu can do and what to expect. So him versus QB is going to be very interesting to watch in the soft head-to-head matchup they have going on right here. Meanwhile, Earth really struggling to apply some heavy pressure as he's getting grabbed out right now. Going to get this recovery coming out, and Abadango in a bad spot, but good coverage there by MR.R to make sure that nothing bad happens to his partner. Bouncing Fish not going to convert off that forward throw, but Abadango doing a great job at continuing to at least provide setups for that kill right there.
And you saw right there, MR.R was ready to cover his teammate. The moment he saw Abadango go for that shuttle loop, amazing coverage right there again. Just making sure that MR.R was safe, going with that forward smash by Abadango. I'm loving this match as both of these teams are just going back and forth, getting these stocks and inflicting a lot of damage to each other too.
All right, Abadango picking up those 2 kills on the green team is going to be big news for the red team as, although MR.R has dropped the stock, Abadango himself not yet dead. Finally, he's going to fall here. But of course, the one thing that the green team has to be fearful of is the fact that you know, there's a Meta Knight on the red team. This is a character that can still evaporate your stock, and Final Destination is a good stage for him to do it. Very few things to interrupt. Nice bouncing fish tricks coming out here from Mr. R. He's using it quite liberally in this doubles matchup as he realizes he's going to get lots of opportunities to bounce off the tall characters of both Pit and Ryu, and he's utilizing SHIG's opportunities to the max.
And what I really like is it almost looks like a Meta Knight would be able to convert off of a bouncing fish if he's in range into the E-up airs.
I like how Meta Knight was able to get out of that potential up tilt string right there just because of how short he is. So hopefully QB will be able to adapt to that and keep himself nice and short. Good coverage there by Mr. R to make sure that there was no big punish coming out from Abadango. And oh my god, did you see what he just did there? Mr. R threw a needle to interrupt the end lag of Abadango's up smash so that he would be able to block in case QB was trying to punish the fact that he just got that kill on Earth. Very, very heads-up play right there to not only secure that kill, but preserve stocks in the same time. And right now, Mr. R and Abadango kind of running away with it a little bit.
Yeah, man, these guys definitely have 4 stocks right now. QB and Earth having a tough time trying to get things started, it seems. Uh-oh, okay, they have the pressure on the stage right now, trying to force Mr. R and Abadango out. Mr. R coming to the center of the stage, fighting himself into the air, but he does have the bouncing fish, and he has SHIG's just quick maneuverability. And you know, just being able to approach freely on shields.
Now, I like the way Earth is playing right now. He's taking his time, looking for his spots, looking for his opportunities, realizing that he's playing from behind, but instead of simply going out for gambles and gambits, he's really preserving himself, preserving his HP bar. He's taken less than 30% in the last 30 seconds of the match. However, right now, Mr. R is managing to put some significant pressure on him. And QB's out of it.
Yeah,
that's it.
There it is. Look at this, man. Perfect passes right there by the red team. And Abadango and Mr. R take game 1.
I think the SHIG Meta Knight combination is just super scary. The way that Meta Knight is able to get those early KOs really cleans up a lot of the weak points of what you might see on a team with SHIG. And, I mean, just look at Abadango's kill count right there. He died 1 time, 6 KOs. And Mr. R definitely wasn't just getting carried that match. He controlled the pacing of the entire match. The SHIG was in and out, racking up tons of damage with the bouncing fish combos, controlling the stage very well with not only great mobility, but also well-timed attacks and keeping himself out of trouble. So great team synergy from these 2 players coming out, showing that they are also contenders for the first place trophy here at the doubles tournament in Genesis 3.
All right, and now it is time for the counter picks. Let's see. Komoriki, this is 9B and Earth. Pit and Ryu. Where would you want to take a Meta Knight and a SHIG if you were Pit and Ryu? You know, Pit, of course, SHIG can basically fight on any stage.
Yeah.
His character is very versatile. All right, so it looks like I thought they were pointing at Smashville. Yeah, Smashville looks like the decision that they will go for.
Something nice and comfortable, I think, is going to be best here. I don't think there's any particular stage that's really going to give you an edge over the superior mobility of SHIG and of Meta Knight, you know, so I think you just want something that's nice and comfortable. The platform is also going to be very helpful to Pit when it comes to recovery and things of this nature, since Pit has those multiple jumps and things like this, and Ryu has a little bit more limited options than the other characters here, although I wouldn't say he's too limited.
Oh, but right there, Abadango, and there's the shuttle loop. He doesn't get it off the top, though.
Oh, that's going to be a huge focus right there. But nice, Mr. R recognizing the situation, breaking that up with a fair. Still big damage onto Abadango.
And it looks like there's a lot of great shield DI being employed by the players against QB's Ryu. Yeah. He'll go for the multiple soft down tilts and then the hard down tilt, but they'll already be out of harm's way. Oh, unfortunate forward smash right there, taken away. That stock from Mr. R. He has to be careful with his forward smash spacing.
All right, Abadango looking to put some pressure on the edge onto Earth here, but misses the neutral air, whiffs it, gets himself back on the stage. Both players rolling around, either able to convert on each other, but Mr. R deciding he's going to interrupt the fight a little bit. Set Abadango up for a throw, not going to convert it to a kill. Nice bouncing fish, going to send QB off the edge. Can we get an edge guard here? No, not quite. Okay, so he actually had the edge guard. I don't think that Ryu could have came back from that, but Abadango himself would have died if not for the up B. So both players utilizing each other to force themselves to survive. No tech zone's going to mean Abadango is going to close out Earth's first stock right there.
That's a great back air right there, just knocking him into the stage. You know, with the multiple hits, it sometimes makes it hard for players to time their attacks.
These players are separated. I mean, the 2 teams were separated by 4% for just a moment there, and after the smoke clears, they are dead time. No, 1% separating the two teams. That's going to be the stock off of Abadango now. Mr. R using a bouncing fish platform cancel to make sure he wakes up on the stage nice and quick.
And he also went for the full jump bouncing fish across the stage to allow more time for Abadango to come through and save him. Oh, and right
God.
there, 13% losing that stock. That impressive. Box. Wow.
Earth just so smart on his character, utilizing that shield as it does not knock you out of free fall situation. It is just a push move, so it pushes Meta Knight from grabbing the edge. That's going to be the stock off Abadango.
Oh, and right now it looks like Mr. R trying his best to see if he can make up for that by forcing that 9B off stage.
Now, one thing I'm noticing is that Abadango has not been using any rolls the entire time. When he moves in for his offense, cross-up rolling on him and rolling back has been very effective. You can see right there, Earth again rolled behind him and got a dash attack. So simply crossing up with the rolls has been very effective on Abadango. Again, you know, Earth goes in there with the roll. Abadango tries to answer with his own roll, but Earth was prepared for with the down smash. So let's see if Abadango is able to notice the flaw in his defensive pattern, because that's going to be a stock he's going to have to borrow one of Mr. R's to set up a grenade trap, which Abadango is not afraid of with that invincibility. But now Green Team in a very solid lead.
An interesting thing right here, Earth is actually using Dark Pit, not the normal Pit, which he's known for.
Both characters very similar with different advantages in different situations, but the side B's destructive KO potential really useful in a situation like doubles. Shoryuken not going to connect, but that true Shoryuken is going to connect right there. Abadango is going to get knocked out of there, and it is now 1-1. Tied up between Abadango and Mr. R versus Earth and QB.
I believe they're going to be going back. I'm not too sure if I'm the greatest at reading lips.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. R loves this stage, obviously, so
It's definitely a really good stage for SHIG.
I definitely think there have to be better options, though, when you really consider it. I mean, SHIG being so dynamic with the motion, Meta Knight looking for those early KOs. Is Smashville really the best to do it? Where was Game 1? Final Destination?
Final Destination was Game 1 for sure.
I really, really think Battlefield is a much better choice. Or Dreamland would also be fine. You know, very similar to Battlefield. I think this is definitely the choice you want to go. You want to give Meta Knight those platforms to pressure. You want to give SHIG the wide variety of options to not only create pressure, but evade the pressure too. I think that this is exactly where you want to go. But of course, you can't exactly count Ryu and Pit out on this stage, but I do think it was the correct call.
Yeah, and already Mr. R taking a lot of damage. I really like how 9B is able to exert the pressure with Ryu, go for the crouching medium kick, and then immediately cancel that with the focus attack, just to, you know, try to cut down on the lag.
Ryu just hitting so hard right now. QB doing a great job at reading his opponent's motion, controlling space. I mean, he's playing a zone-based style right now against these two guys, and it was working very effectively. But that's going to be, you know, very difficult opportunity for him to recover right there. He had to use the, what is this? Tatsumaki to get himself back onto the stage. I watch Street Fighter, guys.
And right now, okay, Abadango trying to see if he can go for an up air conversion off of that bouncing fish, but a little too low for him to follow up.
Oh, nice double bouncing fish right there, Mr. R. Being very clutch with this throughout the entire set. And there's the stop. You know, very, very surprising, because QB was doing such a great job at controlling the pacing of the match and applying such offensive pressure. But Ryu just a little bit weaker with that recovery and his mobility. So he was actually the first to die, despite the fact that he had racked up such a huge amount of percent. I actually want to see an up smash read here come out from QB. Look, there's so many opportunities where he could actually just up smash, and it probably would have not ended the stock, but created a big opportunity. There's a shooter you can just as good as an up smash, probably a little bit better since it actually does KO.
But yeah, right now Abadango with 3 stocks, trying to see if he can come back on stage. He's doing a really good job right now. Comparison, actually same thing with Earth. You know, both of these guys with 3 on the field. Stock tanking for sure.
Earth is trying to zone out Mr. R, but he whiffs the up smash, or rather it gets blocked by Mr. R on the platform. I like the way Mr. R faded back right there to make sure he doesn't get himself caught, as he's able to use implied pressure to cover Abadango's landing. Now Abadango's still trapped on the edge, but he repels QB's with the forward air. Nice read with the on the roll of Mr. R. Earth using down smash to cover both sides, both options. And right now, Mr. R getting right back into the fray. That was setting up Abadango.
Yes, Abadango getting that up air to the shuttle loop. That's just what the doctor ordered. And now he's going to see if he can set up an edge guard right there on QB. QB has access to the side B. He can still Shoryu, but what? Actually in the wrong direction. I think he missed the B reverse on the true Shoryu.
Very unfortunate right there. That's a stock he was going to need. Now down by almost a full stock each. I mean, it's looking like the difference in percent right now is 60 between the two teams. So that's quite a mountain to overcome. Only 60% in 2 stocks.
And here it is again, pressure that you see from Mr.R, just coming in with those fairs, and it's really hard to deal with short hop back fair, you know? A lot of players sometimes just tend to not try to deal with it when they're facing SHIG. And while he does that, Abadango just hops around, looks for his opportunities to finally convert. You see him, he's just camping around. He's like, just set him up, Mr.R, I'm here, I'm waiting.
There's no reason for them to take any risks in this situation. All they need to do is avoid getting Shoryu'd, avoid getting gimped, and then just give Abadango the free setup attempts that he's looking for. Abadango going to take his time, respecting Earth's Dark Pit, respecting the fact that he can still die at this percentage. Dark Pit now starting to enter a very devastating phase of rage, and I really like the way Earth has been reading the rolls so accurately on Abadango. Every time in the head-to-head situation, Earth has been respecting the potential for Meta Knight's forward roll, which is one of the fastest in the game, and just always prepared for it, coming through with the forward smash or with a down smash.
Okay, and right there. Okay, right there, Mr.R, yeah, taking a stock from Earth. Both players on the green team on their final stock here. And it looks like the platforms have been helping on the red team a lot. Mr.R has been using it to move around the stage, and same with Abadango, you know, mixing it in with his multiple jumps. 9B trying to stick out those soft up tilts, telling his opponents, you know, if you come close, I can convert into a kill move.
And again, Earth with the instant read on Abadango's roll. Not really, again, reading the roll on Abadango. Abadango's really got to cut that out.
Yeah.
If he goes for another roll here, it's just going to be bad.
You know, it's really... Wait a second. He goes for it, but
not going to find
quite get it. And
I like Earth was ready. Yes. He was ready. Earth just has the Abadango's number, I feel like. But is it going to be enough? Because Mr.R is just being so impactful this match and giving Abadango all the setups he needs.
And it looks like Abadango right there trying his best to see if he can get those edge guards, but not quite. 9B knocking Meta Knight off stage. Knowing that he can't quite edge guard him, he just goes to save Earth.
Oh, huge needle trap coming out there from Mr.R while he's on the recovery. Earth punishing yet another one of Abadango's rolls. This is getting ridiculous.
And the crazy thing is that, you know, Meta Knight has a really good forward roll, which is why he opts for it many times. But if he's getting punished for it, he needs to be careful. Probably Abadango might be using that to his advantage to condition Earth. We'll see. Yeah,
and of course, despite the fact that Earth has been playing ridiculously well, Mr.R has just really been controlling the pace of this match. Abadango's stock drops right there. However, he still has another one, and Mr.R still 2 of his own, where Earth already at 106%. So things are looking very glum from this situation. I like the vanish right there to punish any attempt at punishing Mr.R for being on that platform above him, not letting him jump in that particular situation, and still retreating to that safe upper platform. Very cute trap, even though it was not successful. Neutral are going to come out, control the zone in front of him, and now Earth will take center stage, instantly looking to get that forward throw KO onto Mr.R. Still has 2 entire stocks to overcome.
And look at that, man. Earth showing no fear. Running through all the players. Yeah, he cannot get grabbed in the least. You know, this time Abadango has way less rage. He's able to get his combos.
I like the way Mr.R is playing right now because he realizes that Earth knows he cannot get grabbed. So he's simply just doing small zoning options that punish him for going up because he realizes, okay, this player is not going to just sit here and shield because he's afraid of getting grabbed. So I'm just going to keep going out. There it is, grab. There's Bouncing Fish, not going to connect.
Nice attempt right there by Mr.R, but yeah, he was definitely way too far, but he gets a Needle Storm in the air into the Bouncing Fish, and there you have it, 2-1 victory for Mr.R and Abadango over QB, who is 9B, and Earth. And now they are qualifying for top 8 on the winner's side as well. Really exciting stuff.
So a lot of Japanese in the top 8 right now. You know, we definitely saw Renai and Komurakiri qualifying, and then now here we see Mr.R. Big ups to him because all of the other, you know, echelon of top players have fallen, but Mr.R. holding on strong. You know, DeBuzz has dropped, Nairo's dropped, Zero's dropped, but Mr.R. is hanging in there. You know, who is Ally teaming with? We haven't seen any Ally matches today. I'm very interested to see how Ally's doing the bracket. Let me see if I can't pull that up for you guys.
Yeah, I'm actually not quite sure who Ally. Trella. Yeah. But yeah, as far as where they are in the bracket, we don't quite have that yet. But yeah, Ally and Trella are together in teams. Yeah. We're going to see what happens further on. But yeah, big thank you to all you guys for tuning in to the Smash 4 doubles. We're going to have more action for you guys.
Yeah, Yeah, that's going to be it
At
for
2
right
p.m.
now.
Yeah.
The top 8 is set. We're going to have that bracket ready for you guys in just a sec. But, of course, the matches will resume on this stream at 2 p.m. So make sure you stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Tweet it out. Let all your friends know. And I'll see you guys there. Yeah, we're going to hop right into singles after a quick commercial break. Of course, I'm not going to be here for that.
And neither am I.
Yeah, but, of course, you all know who this guy is. Make sure... I'm going to tell you to follow him on Twitter at XD1X, but probably are already following him on Twitter. But if you're not, like, what are you even doing with your life? Just like, I don't know. Make sure. Okay, you know.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. It was a pleasure working with you two peers.
Always
make
a pleasure, bro.
Make sure to give us feedback. If you guys enjoyed our casting.
For sure.
We're going to